Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Daniel Ortiz Rants at the Movies podcast. Today, we're going to be doing a quick look into Wandavision and my final thoughts on the show. So, if you guys remember, a couple of weeks ago, I actually did a quick analysis on episode 5 because it literally blew my mind. I thought that the show had been going on a little bit of a lull and the first 3 episodes, especially with the jumping from sitcom to sitcom. And don't get me wrong, love the idea of jumping from sitcom to sitcom, especially through each century. It kind of pays in a homage to shows like Leave It to Beaver and the Dick Van Dyke Show and Family Ties and all those other shows. I think it did an amazing job doing that. The only problem that I had with that is that it was 3 episodes in and we weren't getting any details of what was going on. So I was waiting for something to happen, something major and something big. And as soon as we got to episode 4, that started happening, and episode 5 just freaking blew my mind, especially with the introduction. And I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. If you haven't seen the show yet, stop right now. All right, I gave you enough time. But Evan Peters shows up, and if you know who Evan Peters is, he's the one that played Quicksilver in the X-Men version, 20th Century Fox version of Quicksilver. And the one that was for the Avengers was Aaron Taylor Johnson, who played, I guess, the same character. But anyways, I digress. I believe that was a turning point in the show. I thought this was exposing a lot more than I expected, and I thought what was going to happen was Evan Peters, his Quicksilver, was going to bridge the gap between the 20th Century Fox X-Men universe and the MCU. So I was really hoping that would happen, and that would just be a huge expansion that would be very much welcomed. And I wanted to see them expand on that within the series as well. The problem for me was that it just lulled out a little bit again. There was a lot of high expectations. There was a lot of theories being thrown around about where the series was going. And, for the most part, I tried to avoid it. But, some of the channels on YouTube, like New Rock Stars and E-Man movie reviews and Heavy Spoilers, love those guys, but they were almost ruining it for me, where I had to, anytime I turned on YouTube, I had to change the channel because I didn't want to see what they were talking about. So there was a lot of theories that were floating around. I did catch some of them, and there was high expectations on those. Number one being that the X-Men universe was going to be introduced into the Marvel universe. And unfortunately, we didn't get that. It turned out that Evan Peters was just some random guy named Ralph Boner, and it was a little bit disappointing for me. I was expecting a lot more than that. But the story did progress very well. We got a lot of understanding of what the hexagon was, and how these people were trapped in the world, and how they were being brainwashed by Wanda. The introduction of one of the theories that actually came true was the introduction of Agatha Harkness, who was theorized was going to be Agnes in the first place. So that turned out being true. That's probably one of the predictions that did come to fruition. But at the end of the day, I was expecting a little bit more, and I know that might sound harsh. The series wasn't bad at all. I think the story progressed very well. Just a couple of things that I wish did happen. I did wish that there was a bigger character that came towards the end. Maybe somebody that was part of the Avengers, maybe Doctor Strange. I think that would have continued the story on another level. I know this kind of just ended, and it is what it is. And we did get Monica Rambeau out of it, which is pretty cool with her superpowers. But I think it would have been nice just to have some kind of Avenger just pop up and, kind of progress the story as well. Another thing that I wish happened was that Vision, and I'm sure Marvel has everything planned, so this is just me kind of gabbing on the things that I wanted to see. So would have loved to have seen the 2 Visions, the White Vision and the subconscious vision that Wanda created within the Hex. Would have loved to have seen them merge and become one, and I think that would have been a perfect story for Vision to make his comeback and come back from the dead, because now it's going to be interesting to see where they go. They are going to have the White Vision, but unfortunately, he's not going to have the consciousness that Vision had previously. If he does, I don't know how they're going to do it. They're going to have to explain that one. So the series was good. So I did like when it started getting into like the Malcolm in the Middles, and it started getting into the Modern Families as well, doing that type of interview style or hidden camera, I guess you would call it, style of filming. And so the show was pretty good. So I just felt like the surprises weren't too much of a surprise, and there wasn't enough surprises. So if I was going to give it a final grade, I would probably say this show gets I want to say between a B and a B minus. But I'm going to be courteous and give it a B. The story was great. It was a great story. I just wish that there was a little bit more. And it's good. It was good for a limited series. So very watchable, very easy to digest. It did feel like it was longer than it had to be, especially since each episode was about 30 minutes long. And there were about 10 episodes. So, we spent a good amount of time with this. And, excuse me, at the same time, that didn't really work. And I'm sorry, it was 9 episodes. But it didn't really work because it gave us too much time to dissect and really dig into each little thing in the series. And that's where a lot of theories start coming up, and a lot of people get disappointed. But, as fans, that's on us. For me, I try to stay away from theories. I try to stay away from Easter eggs and things like that. I try to enjoy series for what they are, or even movies when they're, especially Marvel movies, because you focus on that so much you forget about the story, and I definitely don't want to do that. But now I do have the chance to actually go back and revisit it if I feel like it, and see if there was any other Easter eggs that I may have missed. But so the show gets a B for me. Definitely looking forward to it. We're gonna have a very, very thick weekend this weekend. Falcon and the Winter Soldier come out, and also the Justice League Zack Snyder cut comes out this weekend, so I'm really looking forward to that. I don't think it's going to be the entire movie. It looks like it's going to be a series style, 1 hour per week, so it's 4 hours long. So we're going to at least get 4 weeks worth of Justice League content, so looking forward to that. So thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe. Your comments are very much appreciated. On Instagram, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Everything is appreciated. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.